Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Banner Saga series. We're continuing on from the Banner Saga with Banner Saga 2. You don't look so good, man. Uh, Syncing games. Good. So I'm going to continue directly off of my save from the first Banner Saga. See how that goes. I heard there's a lot of improvements in this game. Those horse people back there? We can watch a recap.
When the sun stopped in the sky, life continued as normal. Then the stone-armored Dredge reappeared, ancient foes from the far northern reaches, and the world was thrown into chaos. Giant Varl defenders were slaughtered, their strongholds destroyed. Now Hakon is the Varl king and protects who is left of his race. Rook, a humble hunter and father of Alette, found himself leading frightened clansmen towards safety. His caravan crossed paths with Juno and Eyvind, two of the mysterious spellweavers known as Menders, who know something about the massive, mountain-breaking serpent on the loose. In Borsgard, a town under the protection of the mercenary leader Bolverk, both Varl and human stood against a Dredge general. The immortal Sunder, known as Bellower. Juno devised a way to stop Bellower, but it cost the life of one held dear. The saga continues.
Alright, that was a good little recap. So, it's not giving me the option to load game, so if I just go to new game. Oh, here we are. Import save game. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Rook died at the end of the last spoilers if you didn't watch it.
Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast.
Jeez.
Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant war, remain alive. Even so, I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones. Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sunder known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as we hoped. The world is breaking. We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberain, the human capital. But the river curses us with a clear view of the Dredge, assaulting another hopeless village.
Are we going to help them? I'm guessing we're going to help them. I don't remember the load times being this long, but they probably were. Move away from those glowing rocks. This one's mine. Oh. Guess that one's not yours. No, no, to the depths with you. Can I get a promotion too? We'll handle the rest. Pull back. My thanks, stranger. Better to let him keep fighting. Alright. So use right stick to pan around, zoom in. Approach to show initiative, taking turns left right, blue heroes red. It's your turn to act. Shows Ivor is active. Right. Some heroes fill more tiles. The horn heroes, the race of giants, Calvaro, of course. Humans fill a single tile. Enemy tiles are red and pulse with the enemies within range. To target nearby enemy, use the left stick to select the attack icon. Right? Strength that counts as both health and damage. This is all in case you haven't played the first one. A loss of 8 strength means the character will now do 8 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Armor blocks strength damage but can be reduced with break attack. Break armor, right. Strength remaining. Select strength attack to kill him. It's down. Each time you kill, your renown grows, and you use later to improve your character. Without an enemy, to reach this enemy, we'll choose to smash an obstacle in its way. Obstacles on the combat board will make you change tactics, so plan wisely to make them work to your benefit. So yeah, that's a new feature for this game, is obstacles. All heroes have willpower to boost their action, so I can use willpower. So enduring impact. Village. The character does not move, he can rest to regain 1 power. Okay. Looks like the Dredge is in some trouble. Alette won't be able to finish the job with the normal attack, but willpower will boost her damage. Finish you off, and alright. Nice little introductory tutorial. Of course I remember everything because I played this recently, but the villagers' reactions range from terrified by the foes to awestruck at your arrival. Their leader approaches and bows in front of Ivor. Your timing makes me think the gods have returned. Please, He stops when Ivor nods his head towards you. A man peers under your hood. A girl leads those who saved us from those things. She ordered us to land, and those things are Dredge, like the ones you probably heard about as a kid. Between losing so many clansmen and this, I feel I'm not myself. I thank you, child. He whips his cloak back with a flourish. I'm Alette, the Skald. And your name? Alette, and this is Ivor. Names destined for history. Sounds like the brave poet is going to use us in a few proper verses. I'll even make them rhyme, given the time. His smile seems genuine, as much as the concern that follows. Do you have any idea what might be causing the deep rumbling underfoot? deep rumbling. Could it be the giant serpent again? The serpent in the sun? Rodomir? Rodomir. I think that's how to pronounce it. I'm no holy man, but joking about dead gods feels wrong. I don't think the sun serpent would break mountains and try to swallow us all. Who could say with the sun stopped in the sky like it does? Alette looks skeptical. Tell me, did you just come from Borsgard? We heard rumor the Sunder Bellower was sacking the town. We killed him. Alette pauses and looks at Ivor, who confirms the statement with a nod. History indeed. Sunder Slayers here among us. Depths. There's so many questions to ask. They'll have to wait until we're all safely back on the longships and leaving this place. Skuld nods his understanding, but another question seizes his brow. Leave? Not to sound ungrateful, but this place, it's all we have. It's our home. Your home is about to be destroyed by a dredge. After how many you just put down, even those creatures must know they're beaten. We've almost never seen them stop, and no one knows why they push on so hard. We don't know much about them at all. Alette looks back and forth between you and Ivor before nodding. Packing and tending to our dead will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ship soon. You watch Alette rejoin his family. Moves his hands too much when he talks. It's unsettling. You smile but say nothing. People think we're heroes now. The world is breaking in more ways than one. It's not the first time you've been called a hero, Yngvar. Ivor, your father's closest friend, looks unamused. He is one of the giants known as Varl, and has fought Dredge in the northern winters, personally killed one of the generals, the Sunder Rays, and lost an arm to the Sunder Bellower. Your humor reminds me of your father's, since we're talking about things we'd rather avoid. I know he's gone, but I don't know how to let him go. No doubt Oddleaf could help more with that than a fatherless, loveless Varl like me. You look up to see Ivor staring off in the distance. Rook was the closest thing I had to a friend. I wish I would have done more to protect him. You suddenly hear the centuries of life in Ivor's voice and imagine all he has seen. Ivor, I'm not sure you do let go. You just keep going. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. This game has a lot of reading in it. And I'm not the best reader, but I'll try my best. Banner Saga 2. Chapter 8. From their homes must all flee. Okay, 10 supplies, more kind. Traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked. Ubin, the old Varl, dubbed Scrivener, says, since Borsgard... he said that. Sorry. Since Borsgard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination. What kind of supplies? Stuff like food and meat for the trip. The merchants have got a few interesting items as well, but folks can't eat those in lean times. You'll have to choose wisely. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Thanks. Of course, he says. Oh, almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens. The mercenaries who followed us from Borsgard. Chat with the leader, Bolverk, but be careful. He's not like other Varl. This medallion, population supplies. Banner indicates you have enough supplies and provisions for your caravan for 28 days for resting or travel. A larger population requires more. You require additional supplies from this market. Okay. There are supplies from merchants available. You get 5. You need 10 supplies per day to survive. This shows you have 28. Your 281 supplies will last for 28 days. You have 13 rounds available for purchase. Just want to add 15 supplies. Now your supplies. Okay. I could also buy these items. Not that I can equip many of them. But I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna save my renown for. Let's get morale up. Good morale. Okay. And can't look at my people yet, so we'll talk to Oddleaf. Oddleaf, a friend and mentor, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? Group walks away as Oddleaf stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. Those people owe you their lives. Your decision to stop here saved every one of them. Well, our clansmen all agreed. Don't be naive. Saving people is what you do, what your father did. Those under this banner agreed because they follow you. Her tone is forceful, and you almost smile to break the tension. Almost. Alette, they respected Rook, and that respect is passed on to you, but give them any reason to doubt you and it'll vanish. Okay? Okay, then I won't give them any reason to doubt me. She stares at you for a drawn-out moment before nodding. Her demeanor softens. I want to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food, and the more we have, the more food they'll find. Training some of them to fight will help keep the others safe, but it takes time, and I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. As our leader, you're expected to decide how many fight and how many look for food. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Odd. You turn to leave, but Oddleaf stops you. She grabs you in a tight hug. Rook had a way of making it easy for all of us to be stronger. Her words seemed to be as much for her as they were for you. Okay. The Varro mercenary leader, Bolverk, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the Spellweaving Menders Council. Bolverk looks annoyed. Nothing unusual. There's no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Borsgard. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno is surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varro. Alette is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. She's a little small for such a big role, isn't she? There. The woman looks wounded by a brief moment before readying an insult. This will help nothing. What we are discussing is private. Her look at Bolverk says she expects him to keep it private. Ivan needs my help with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Hakan at the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Feign Volka. Whatever that means. One of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for Spellweaver blood. Claw and Fang? His axes. The large axe handle, the axe heads are polished, the blades sharp, and the cheeks scarred with plenty of use. But it's the gray handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. So, you're leading this rabble now? Only to Aberrang. Then it's King Meinolf's job. Like he's got an answer to any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he ever saw a Dredge. Pigtail Fighter laughs. What's your name? I'm Folka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Bolverk gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. Heard there's a problem I should know about. Varl seems to grow taller and more wild as he takes a step towards you. You stopping to save every Fane idiot along the river will get us killed. Makes more sense to only stop the ships when we need supplies. And get rid of half of the useless people too. They're slowing us down. That's not going to happen. We'll see what happens when you really get desperate, kid. If you even still in charge of these fools. Bolverk snorts and turns his attention to a large sealed cart behind him. His bear-cloaked back indicates the conversation is over. Okay. Good to know. Good caravan morale. Increases battle bonus by 1. Maintains sufficient supplies in the rest of the camp to improve morale. Cool. Alright, time to go. The wooden planks are of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Hakan, a war recently acknowledged as king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring? Just as lost as you are in this. Never thought I'd have something in common with a human girl, Hakan says, smiling. But you still have to prove to your people a girl can lead. I don't envy you that battle. He looks around and shrugs. I think we're ready. Let's sail. After lighting a funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats in your rickety long ships built of scrap wood scavenged from Boersgard. The ravens find space around a large cart on their backs, sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats through the river's current. Sorry. The open road. The complaints of a few are growing. Why does she really? What does she really know about getting us to Arbering safely? Smith says. A few others chime in with agreement. Her father is something else, but her? She should be looking for a husband, not telling me what to do. Some laugh, others encourage him. Oddleaf looks at the group of men before turning to you. She seems interested in hearing your response. Leave now before I decide not to let you. Relax, girl, the Smith says. We're not the only ones with doubts about you, and if you ever threaten me again, you draw your bow and aim. I've got too much going on to repeat myself. The men look angry, but know they're outnumbered. They disembark at the next turn in the river. Oddleaf looks impressed. Lost 5 clansmen, we got 5 renown. Leo looks ill. At least it's not the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we were all built for aquatic voyages, he says, and I hear Arbering is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours' rest on solid ground. The hopeful looks of others sway you and you signal ships to land. Would you mind telling me why the capital is our destination? Arboring's walls have never been breached? Of course. The growing walls should certainly keep the Dredge army at bay, shouldn't they? You say nothing. Dredge, Leo says, almost in awe. Man and Varl's storied foe from oh so ever long ago. But they're real, and here. How have they made it so far south? His glance at the Varl is met with both anger and shame. The long ship rocks gently, and the Skuld grabs a rope to steady himself. If only... I think I was told Skuld is basically the same thing as a bard. If only we had the fabled horses to ride upon. What fabled horses? We'd outpace the Dredge and be on sound footing. His dramatized misery is almost as amusing as his thanks when he steps back onto land. And morale went up. This is the world map. So here's Borsgard. We're going to Arborang. Prior to arriving, the caravan had hurriedly embarked for Borsgard in the wake of the devastating siege of Belarus. Caravan is attempting to reach Ormsdaler by river on the way to Arborang. Oh, that's pretty far away. It is hoped that the walls of the ancient city will provide safety. Okay. You can return to the map at any time by pressing triangle in the HUD and pressing square. As you travel through the world, time passes, the number of days passed is shown here. Each time a full day passes, your supplies will be consumed. Morale drops by during continuous travel and when supplies run low. In order to raise morale, you must camp and allow your caravan to rest. The number of days worth of remaining supplies are shown here. If the caravan has insufficient supplies, people will begin to starve and morale will drop. In order to maintain morale and heal injuries, you must rest at camp. Furthermore, camping provides you with opportunities to increase your battle prowess and converse with heroes. Press triangle to activate the HUD and press X to camp. Okay. When a day passes a camp, your caravan consumes a day's worth of supply and morale increases. Select the rest of the tent. Okay. At any time, you can visit the hero's tent to inspect and promote your heroes. Select the hero's tent. It's a good thing I didn't rest too much at the last town. Okay, so tale worth telling. The character exalts his target with feats of strength and heroism. His words: buff an ally for 1 round, adding 1 damage to every 2 strength the enemy is above the target ally. So adding 1 damage for every 2 strength the enemy is above the target ally. Interesting. Okay, so as you can see, I've got plenty of people. Let's start promoting people, I suppose. We'll promote a Leo. +7. So we'll give him more of this. This is his natural ability to damage armor, I believe. This is his dodge. And we'll level up. Who's a good person to level up? This guy. I've always liked him. So we'll give him... Yeah, I don't have enough for another one. Okay, so let's form a party. put knit in. Oh, he can level up again. So we got 2 archers. Put Luden in, and put in another. Put in Ivor. Move you up to the front. Oops. Move you to the back. Good. Okay. So, when we come back next time, we're going to talk to, yes, I got it. Talk to our friend down here. Until then, we're going to call it a day. Getting right back into it. Feels good. Feels good. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, have a good day and take care.